All right. Well, I think, given the circumstances, we'll start. So, you are continuing, the party's continuing its preparations to head into and up to the high point on the island on which this calling well sits, where you are starting to pursue your companion, Kadrak. Since you've been on the island, you have not heard him again. When you were attacked by the lizard folk, following your stumbling on those snakes which you had defeated, you had noticed a different cadence of drumbeat had followed their demise, which seemed to be timed almost immediately upon watching the last of the three fall. That drum has now silenced. Around you, you can see you have now reached true night. The sounds of the seabirds that had previously come into Elves Inlet to roost near the aperture of the channel which leads out to sea have now quietened down, and the dull glow of the residual moonlight and starlight from the entry has now got down to like a candle strength. Above you, the sounds of nighttime are there, intermingled. It's like you have the sounds of a marsh around you at night with the sounds of a town in the beginning of its evening's activities. And as well as that, in the distance, you can hear the sounds of the Grand Tavern, minstrels playing, singing, things like that, faintly off in the distance.
Very surreal then, isn't it?
It is. It's a strange place. And then to top it off, in what light there is to the northeast of you, northeast, is this structure of elvish design, alien in its build. One thing you've learned since you've been on this island, it seems the ancient elves themselves almost shaped their buildings like pottery rather than building them brick by brick, and had the work of others around them, either collaboratively or in servitude, to finish them. You've come through a gate, obviously originally built by dwarves, into this space with a dominating gazebo-like structure that seems to have been cast on a wheel.
Be right back in a minute.
All right, we are still in turn order. Filialis, you have been knocked out of your honey badger form, and now that has gone for the day, but you are standing next to your companion, Squatch. So, what I will remind you about is you now have lost that perceptive advantage with regards to detecting the reptiles. Now the honey badger has gone. Damien, you're feeling somewhat sore, dragging your feet through this mud after taking a little bit of a beating and expending your healing energies on your companions to bring them back to fighting condition.
On that note, I will be using my ability to harness divine power to just get a spell slot back.
Certainly.
In trade for my channel divinity.
Okay, so you've changed that out. Great. So you summon that energy around you and, feel it become close to your skin, this power that sits around you. And there's always a sense of age about it when it does so. All right, Filialis. Off you go. Now keep in mind, while you're in the beige coloured areas, the sandy sort of beige areas, you're moving at your normal movement. As soon as you hit any of the green areas, you are in difficult terrain. Unless you have a capacity or an ability to offset that difficult terrain.
Also, the spiritual weapon dissipates after a minute, so...
Well, you're still gathering your thoughts. You've cast a spell. I'm assuming you're still... It's up to you how much time you want to keep going. If not, you've still got that spiritual weapon for a few more rounds.
I mean, I'll keep him around.
Yep.
Why not? Until it goes away.
Okay. All right.
I can't move the token though.
Oh, yeah, no worries. I'll get that sorted out for you.
Move up to there.
Okay, so you move up to this form of energy that's just hovering over this dead lizard folk. Right. All right. Squadge.
He searches the body.
Okay. All right. So, all right, as you search that body, I'll say it will take you an action to thoroughly search it. You find what definitely appears to be items of religious significance. They are mostly stone and shell items, like a necklace, which there seems to be a bit of a pattern to it. You know, like there's something about that necklace that speaks to rank. When you look at the others lying on the ground, you can see the necklaces. They wear them quite proudly, and they are, all three of them are the same. All right. So
nothing else. Just the necklaces.
They're javelins, which were, you know, basically made mostly out of sort of bone and ivory tips. The clubs are just basically ornate lacquered clubs that have just got jagged bits of bone and steel, like salvage, really, that they put together. So they're not carrying anything monetarily of any value.
I'd don a neck. I'd like to use my bonus action. So I've moved. I've used my action. My bonus action is to don a necklace.
So you
Yep.
Picked one up and chucked it on. Yep. Because of their size, because they're getting on to about 7 foot tall. On you, Squadge, it sort of sits more like a mayor's sort of, you know, medallions of state. You know, that sort of size over the top.
Yeah. I'm a town crier.
That's right. All right. So, Damien, you're up.
Just for shits and gigs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see if I can detect any undead.
Okay.
Within 60 feet, because why not?
Okay. How long does that last? Till the end of your next turn. All right. So you've activated that. That's
just like a ping.
Yep.
Yeah.
So is that a bonus action? Just a trait.
What was it? Where have I got it under? It's a action.
So you've taken the action to activate it?
Yep.
All right. So I can tell you, within the eyes of the grave, go beyond the range of your vision. So what you can see with your optic nerve, and then there would be, if there was undead in that range, you would see them. They would stand out like beacons. But thus far, you have not seen any.
No.
Okay. All right, Windra. You're still at the back of the party, just finished, you know, like getting your gear together to keep moving forward.
Yeah, I'll move forward.
Okay.
To there. And I think I'll just hold my action.
Yep.
If there's, you know, movement of suspicion. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Filialis, it still remains quiet. And then you hear a splash.
Can I tell what direction it's coming from?
Yeah. What I'll do, make an investigation roll for me, just as you're like recalling the distance, the breeze.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not sure. And it was because you were poised while your other companions were doing things, finishing what they were doing. None of them really had the opportunity to do likewise. I will say to you, it didn't seem too close.
Okay.
All right. So, any movement?
Yeah, so yeah, so the grain's the difficult terrain, isn't it?
Yep.
There then.
Okay, so you've started just splodging through, like going through towards the end of this pond. Because of your height, it's offset by your weight because you're quite small.
Yeah.
So you're moving along. You are still sinking to your ankle deep with your boots as you're pulling it out of this marsh. But as you get to that point, it's been reliably around that depth for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Squatch.
Around the base of the mountains, what is the terrain like? Like, can we scramble at the base of the mountains to go around?
It's you could, but because of the level of moisture and because it's been created rather than natural, it's you may be equally at risk from the possibility of slipping on that surface.
Yeah, I think we're safer off to go together then.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 30.
Okay.
We get to there.
All right. So sorry, Ben. That was taking into account the difficult terrain.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. The last move was a 10.
Yep. Great.
Yep.
Okay. Damien.
Yep, just following.
Okay.
5, 10,
I also assume, well, until the spiritual weapon dissipates, would probably be soon. It's just following me as well.
Yeah. So you would have it for. No, I'm going to give you 2 more rounds. So you've got 2 more after this before it goes. All right.
Yeah. So it's just following me. It's a bonus action to move it.
Yeah. So it'll just stay where it is for now, and then when you start moving past it, it'll start to follow you. It's not encumbered by the difficult terrain, so it can move at 20 feet no matter what.
Yep, gotcha.
Yep. All right.
All right, that's all.
Windra.
Yeah, just move on up.
Carry on.
And I guess sort of maybe keep an eye out for any suspicious movement and noise.
All right. Go ahead. Give me a perception roll.
I'm not very percepting.
No. You sort of, all you can hear is the splashing of the footfalls of your companions through the marsh. And that sort of vaguely chilling suction sound they're pulling their feet out of this sludge. All right. Filialis.
And I'll try and stay a bit sort of in the middle of the two ponds.
Okay, so sort of following that point. Sure.
Yeah.
Give me a survival roll. Oh, you think you found a line, like a spine of higher rock. You notice that when you step up on it, it's only like a couple of centimeters that your boots sink down. So what I'm going to say, it's difficult terrain, but I'll give you an extra 5 feet while you maintain this path that you found. Now I will tell you if the path that you follow from now on, I will tell you whether or not you're deviating from that.
Sure.
Okay. So you found that spot. So take an extra 5 feet. Okay. Now, Squadge, sorry, that's it?
I think I'll sort of call out and say, there's a path here.
Okay. So you signal that out. So, yeah, Squadge, you see that Filialis sort of beckons you forward, and you notice that her feet are not sunk down.
Can I seem to track that? Can I make my own nature roll or
it'll be a survival roll for you to do that.
survival?
Mm-hmm. But at advantage because you're following a path.
Oh, look, I'm going to give it a go.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you mark this path, and you notice from your slightly lower angle now, you see the rise, and you can see it sort of moving along. There's a curvature there, which wasn't previously visible from higher ground.
10, 15. So that's my normal move.
Yep.
That's difficult terrain, but then I'd like to use my dash action.
Yeah, certainly.
My
So
dash action?
with your dash action, you would... So basically, up to that point, you would need to lose... So I'll take 5 foot of the bonus movement off you. So with the remaining dash, I'll give you 30 feet. All right?
Oh, 30 squares on the ground total, or 30 squares from now?
30 total plus 5. So 35 in total. My apologies.
No, that's perfect. No, so that puts me here.
Yep. So up next to your companion.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other action?
I think I've used.
Everything? Yeah.
I've got a knack. So I'd like to, as my action, I am listening for that drum sound, or I'm actively.
The drum noise now would be very apparent. It's absent. There's no doubt about it. You're more than happy for you to make a perception roll to see whether or not you can pick anything else up.
It's perception more for sound than it is for light.
It sort of depends on what you're focusing on, but yeah. So no, you pick up nothing above the sounds of the marsh. Okay. Damien.
And just following.
So normal pace, 15 feet on...
Yep.
Okay.
Would it be with the bonus 5 or just 15 still?
It's 15 until you would need to get to this point here to start activating the bonus.
No worries.
Okay. So you've got to that point there. What I'm going to do, I'll just say for now, I'm going to just do something. So I'm going to say... That's the path that you can see. So if you deviate from that, you start incurring, you'll lose the 5-foot movement bonus. Okay. So you've moved, Damien? All right. Windra.
Yeah, just continuing moving. Up to there, I think it's 15.
Mm-hmm.
And can I perceive again?
Yeah, by all means. Nothing.
Nothing.
All right. Filialis.
There.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll just keep moving through the turn order unless there's something else you want to do. You let me know.
Yep, that'll be me.
Okay. Squatch.
Alright, 5, 10, 15 bonus action. So that'll be 20. So I'm using a dash action again.
Yep, sure. Okay.
So that's a move, a bonus action, and then as an action,
Mm-hmm.
I'm again listening. And this time I'm listening for sounds. I'm thinking these things are talking in chirps. I'm listening enough to try and mimic the sounds I can hear.
Okay. All right. I will say with that you stop, and for a moment there is a little bit more silence. Just for a second. And it's like off at the Grand Tavern, the band must have stopped for a drink. It sort of gets quieter than what it normally would be. And you hear that vacuum sound in the mud. It is to the, almost, you'd say, almost direct north of you. However, the quality of the roll, the 12, does not give you a distance.
So I sort of point.
Yep. All right.
Both were sort of pointing.
Fair enough. Right, Damien.
Alright, so I'm gonna try and dash this time to catch up because I'm
Yep.
starting to lose the light.
Yep.
So I can get to here, and is that close enough to the path?
Yeah, absolutely. You're right on the edge of it. So you've got your 15 foot. So in this case, if you're going to use the dash, you get another 15 plus 5. So another 20 feet.
Which would get me there. Okay.
Yep. Now, 5, 10, 15, 20, 20 foot. So your spiritual weapon falls behind you somewhat.
Ah, it's alright.
Yep. All right. Windra.
Would Windra have seen Squadge's signaling?
Yeah, definitely. Because while
Okay.
it's not showing on the screen, you would see Squadge because he's carrying the torch, the lantern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Then she will follow.
So you would have to give up 10 foot of normal movement to get to the edge of that path. So 10
Yep.
foot of your total movement. If you then choose to dash, you would have effectively 50 feet left, which is half, 25 plus 5, so 30 feet.
30 feet. All right.
Yep.
Um.
So you probably get just ahead slightly of Damien. If you
Yeah,
wanted to.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right.
Move there. Perceive again, if I may.
Yeah, of course. Okay. You hear another splashing noise, but when you turn around, you see in the light of the spiritual weapon, which casts like a dull sort of purplish silver light, you see what looks to be some sort of fish jumping in the pond over here.
Okay.
All right. Filialis.
Is that the look of the internet breaking down?
No.
So you're dashing?
No, I'm
Yep.
just walking.
Oh, so you would still, yeah, you'd only get 20 feet if you were doing that.
Oh.
All right?
25 because my speed's 40.
Oh, of course it is. My apologies. My apologies. Yep.
So at 25.
Okay. So, Filialis, you move around past. You see that your companion squad is sort of, scanning around, just looking and listening about what's going on after he's signaled to everybody. And you sort of use your small form and you just step around through him and just carry on another 5 feet looking down. Just at this moment regretting you no longer have the honey badger's senses to actually convey to you. All right, Scotch.
I'm going to start with an action of perception.
Okay.
24. I am
You
on cue.
You are now in tune with that sound, and you are pretty confident you can pick the movement of something that is moving irregularly. It isn't moving with any fixed path.
How far away, roughly?
Now, I think you would suggest probably 60 to 70 feet away.
Yeah. I say, let's fortify. There's something, and I make it a loud voice. There's something 60 to 70 feet. And that I would know that sort of direction being northeast.
Yeah, you would say northeast. Yeah, almost to the point where almost due north.
Yeah, so I say it loud enough that everyone hears.
Yep. All right. As you say it, you think you hear like a stop mid-movement.
It knows we're here because I spoke loudly. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to then, so that's action. Yeah, move. I'm gonna, I guess. Bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to. I'd like to plant the lantern, and then it's very difficult to hide, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's nothing around, and I'm carrying the luminescent item that lets everything know that we're here. If they rely on sight,
the ridge you're walking on.
mm-hmm.
If you jumped back to its southern side and laid down flat, the issue is your light. Not so much. You could actually potentially hide there if you dug yourself in a bit. Okay.
Yeah, okay. No, I'd like to. No, I think that's it. That's all I got. Sorry, people.
So, with the regards to you fixing the lantern, you're just putting it down on the ground, eh?
Yeah, I'm just at the moment, I'm leaving it so that it casts shadow rather than pinpoints my position.
Okay. All right.
I probably just will move, maybe just in front of Filialis.
And the lantern was staying where you were before?
Yeah, correct.
All
if
right.
that's all right.
So I'm just going to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move lantern to there. And I'll change the lantern off from your token. Okay.
Oh, I can't see the lantern.
You
No, I
can't?
can't.
Oh, hang on
I
a
see
sec.
it's
Hang
all
on a sec.
around.
Sorry, let me do something. Apologies. How's that?
Better.
Ah,
Okay. So that lantern is now jammed, sat there on this little prominent tree. All right. Damien.
Just trotting along.
Okay. So you come up towards the where the lantern is. Because of the position it sat on the ground, Damien, when you step through and around it, you're going to have to, I know it's pathetic, but it's going to be a DC 5 dex roll to step over it without knocking it. Okay, so
I was hoping I failed. That'd be funny.
No, so you'll be fine by the time you get through. All right. And I will say this has moved, it's 20 feet, but it will dissipate at the end of the next turn. Windra.
Alrighty, moving along. It'll be stopping at the
Right.
lantern.
Make
So
your
I'm
dex
assuming-
roll, please.
Yep.
Yep. Oh,
Oh,
you skip
beautiful.
over it. skip over it. All right. We're back to Filialis.
I would like to ready a javelin,
Mm-hmm.
just so that if something pops out, I can get
Yep.
it.
Yep. So you've got a blade. Yeah, you've got it ready. Sure.
And I think what I'll do is I'll move slightly like off the path,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to try and sort of like hide.
Yeah, like, because you're quite so small, so like kneel down, sort of like bob down in the muck. So yeah, as you do that, basically it would come almost up to chest height where you are. So you're sort of down in the mud. You can't be seen from the other side of the rise. I'll get you to make a stealth roll at advantage. Okay, so 17 stealth, so you've done really, really well. Okay. Let me do one thing. Damien, it's at that point that you hear a slithering in the mud beside you. As and you see and quickly you turn around, you see this snake is come up like out of like a mud hole and is coming straight towards you. And it's got a what did it end up getting? An 8, so it will appear in the order. Just before you move. All right.
Oh, wow.
Squadge.
I'm unaware of this snake, aren't I?
Yeah, at the moment. I mean, I'm happy for you to make a perception roll, but I'll say the DC is 19 for you to have any sense.
No, I'm focused forward anyway. I mean, I'm worried about something other.
Yep. Okay.
I'd like to light a candle as my fast hands action.
So you can light a candle. Okay.
Did that go to chat? There we go.
Yep. All right. So I will light you a candle. Do you have any specs on candle light? Don't think it's that bright, is it?
No, I think it's like 5.
Yeah.
I'll hang on.
For now, I'll give you that. Let me know what it is.
Yeah, 5-foot radius for 1 hour.
Okay. So I'm going to give you, in this case, because there's some ambient light, 5 foot and a brightish light, and 10 foot of dim light after that.
Okay.
All right. So it was an action. Oh, no, fast hands, a bonus action. So you still got your action.
And so
Go
that's
ahead.
my bonus.
Yep.
My action will be, is there anything around that where I can plant a candle?
No, it's... I mean, by all means, make an investigation roll for me.
What's this over here? Sorry, what's this over here?
Where are you?
Can I see over in that direction?
Oh, that sort of green, denser stuff? That's sort of like low mangrovey bush.
Yeah, okay.
Ahead of you now, you're clearly hearing the sounds of the waterfall, which is starting to mask the sounds of the footfall of this creature. Okay.
I'd like to move off path. So that's 5, 10. Action, plant the candle.
Yep.
And then
You got 5 feet
15
back.
to move away from it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you step back. So we're putting the candle there. Right. Hang on a tick. Let me put the candle here, but I will just adjust its ability.
Sorry, Matt.
No, you're right, mate. No, it's good. I like all this preparatory stuff. Right, light.
That is my kind of candle.
That's a good one, isn't it? It is a good one. Okay. Right, so that is now the candle, and now let me adjust Squadge's candles. It's actually a really good exercise going through this. Might try and come up with a macro.
Yeah, okay.
This. Yeah. Alright.
Yeah,
So
if there's something I can do to help, let us know.
yeah, sure. Alright, so you've placed your candle, jammed a bit of the wax onto this mangrovey thing, and it's just held. But now it's lighting that spot. So you're creating like a light bath in this area.
That's right.
Okay. The snake, it lunges towards you, Damien, quietly. It just, you're looking that moment where you realise nobody else knows it's happening as this snake's coming for you. All right, and it lunges for a 12 to hit. Does that hit you?
That's a miss.
So you sort of dodge, and it bites at the rise area next to you, but misses. And it is 5 foot its movement. It is not moving anywhere. It is intent on attacking you. Right, it's your turn.
Does the spiritual weapon dissipate this turn?
At the end of this turn. So you want to
Oh,
bring it across?
sweet.
You
Hell
can
yeah, I
move.
will.
Yeah.
Nice.
5, 10, 15. It can't get to a flanking position, but that's probably the best place for it to be.
That's fine. Let me double check the info. Do. You move it up to 20 feet and then attack. So I'm going to
Great.
attack with the spiritual weapon.
Yeah, great.
That is... I just roll a d20 plus 7. You're
Yep.
right. Do. So it's 15 plus 7.
Okay, so 22 definitely hits. Roll your damage.
And that's 1d8 plus 5. 7 plus 5. That's 12.
Easily. You see your spiritual weapon just sort of manifests and comes down on top of it, and you watch this snake just shrivel up and burn in this spiritual fire. You know, its small form can't take that kind of energy.
It got vaccinated and couldn't handle it.
All right. So your spiritual weapon will be there. After your turn finishes, it will dissipate. It's taken an action, so I'm going to take it out. Right.
Yep.
So that
And
is
then
gone.
I will just continue to move away.
Okay, so you've already rolled to get above the lantern, so you can step over that and move ahead. So
I will go here.
Okay, so you've moved ahead to follow your companions. Right, Windra, you've sort of turned around to listen to your companion Damien just burn this snake beside you. Right.
Can I discern whereabouts with I'm trying
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I can discern whatever is moving in the distance enough to hit him with that.
Right. Okay. That I'll give you a perception roll. I'll give you an opportunity to... It will be high. It'll be high now. So I would say that since the noise and the light and Squodge calling out and identifying the direction, I'll say it's improved to a 17.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
No. You haven't got a clue.
Alright. Awesome. Then she's gonna keep walking forward.
Okay.
Jump up that way.
Okay.
And I guess hold on to my guiding bolt until
You need
she
it.
sees something move, yeah.
Okay,
Or knows
so
that there's something.
So the held action is your guiding bolt. Yep. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you move forward yet again. Windra, noting that there's only about 20 feet of this rise left.
Okay.
Right. One thing you notice is that these ponds here, so that you're moving towards here and here, it's hard to see the one further behind, but this one seems to have it's like covered in debris, bracken, rotting leaves, twigs, bits of mangrove, things like that.
Yeah.
All right. But you can clearly make out it's water underneath. All right, Filialis.
I think all I'll do is I'll just hold an action to throw a javelin if I see anything.
Yep. But you're staying stationary?
Maintain my position.
Okay. All right. So that's fair enough. What else have we got here? Okay, so you're holding your action, Squatch.
So as a bonus action,
Yep.
I'm going to use my fast hands, and all I'm going to do is create a splashing sound.
Okay.
I'm going to try and emanate some real. I'm jumping up and down within the swamp. When I say jumping up and down, I'm placing my hands very quickly on the surface. You know how you can pat mud?
Yeah, the splashing and sure. All right. So you start doing that. Hmm?
Yeah, then I'm going to move. So that's the sound or the vibration. I'm going to move to here.
Okay, so getting close to your companions.
Yeah.
All right. Now, make a performance roll for me with the sound that you're creating. And you can do so at advantage because it's a really out-of-the-way sound. Okay, so what I'll say to you is that because you're holding actions, both Windra and Filialis, both of you hear physical action to the north of you. You hear an increase in speed after that noise.
Okay, enough to discern a direction, enough to...
Both of you, and now the perception would be 15 to acquire a target.
Okay.
So with your held actions, go ahead.
Hey, damn it.
No.
I'm just standing there.
You actually see anything? Your helmet's down.
All
Lift
right.
it.
All right. Has Tom got the face? All right. Filialis, you also tried to range a target, but no. While you were closer, for a moment, thinking you had a range and a target, you didn't. In your case, you can fire at disadvantage. You can throw at disadvantage if you want to.
I don't think I will.
No, okay. All right. Damien.
Um, I'm just chilling.
Right. Staying
I'm
there.
I'm not doing too well health wise, so I'm just gonna hang back a
All
bit.
right. So you're going to stay, just maintain your position. Do you want to hold this particular action?
I'll hold a sacred flame
Okay.
if I
So
can.
you've got one ready. So you've got one sort of
Yep.
hidden under your cloak, sort of flaring away, but you don't want anybody to see it. So it's in there.
Yep.
Right, Windra. Again, your held action. Are you carrying that over, or?
I'm going to try and have a look and see if there's any like vines and stuff that are close by enough that I can grab them.
Okay. All right. So when you look, you can see near the candle, these mangrovey sort of short trees here do have vine on them, but you would have to move basically almost your full movement to get there to get some, and your action to gather them.
All right. Well, I'll do that.
Okay.
And yeah, I guess start gathering some vines and
Yep.
I don't know, other random stuff.
All right. So when Windra starts doing that and gathering those items, obviously keep in mind your guiding bolt as a held action is no longer there because you've taken another action. Filialis, you notice again. I'll give you another perception roll, but I'll give you this perception roll at 13 or better to see, because they're reacting to the noises that Windra's making on pulling these vines out of the mangrove. All right, this time you've got a target. The issue that you've got is the target is here. Right.
Again?
Yep. It's here.
Oh, yep.
Okay, so the question is for your javelin, whether or not you would be in range for it to be at outside of disadvantage. Unless you move.
Yeah, I reckon I'll move. Let's do about here.
Okay, so you're moving through the actual stuff to 15 to there. Yep, so right there. Are you still staying behind that ridge?
Yeah, I'm still
Yep.
just trying to be as concealed as I can.
Okay, so you have that, and let's have a look at your range. You're at a 40-foot range there.
Just double check. Yeah, it's just slightly out of range. So,
well, you only moved what, 15 feet with because you can move 40 feet. You could move another 5 foot. Plus, by stepping on the range here with your there, you would gain another 5. So I can give you another 10 feet.
Okay. I guess then if I move to about maybe
Yep.
there, I guess
Yep.
should be able.
All right. So you're going across to there. So that will put you at, once you're there, so from that spot, 30 foot to the target.
All right, I'll
All right.
give it a hurl.
So you look forward and you see a large form squatting down, but clearly another one of the lizard folk. You can now make out the shield. All right. Go ahead. Oh, so you throw, and unfortunately, no. Let me just get that up. Oh, why isn't that letting me do that? Oh, I know why. Let's bring that up on the layer. Okay, so he has appeared there. No, so unfortunately your javelin sort of disappears near him and sticking into the mud.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so that you've taken your full movement.
Yep.
Okay. At that moment, you hear this sound of sticks and water splashing, and you turn around and you see it's like the sediment and the detritus that was floating on the top of this pool suddenly manifests itself into, like, similar to the gas creature you saw before, like almost like a nebulous shape, but this time gathering all this material around it and rising about 7 feet out of the water. All right. All right, so that has risen up behind you. Okay. Do you have any bonus actions, Filialis, that you could still take?
Nah, not that I'll do.
Okay. Squadge, you watch as this sort of, it's another one of these creatures in some sort of form that's gathered this material about it, rising up and looking like it will be striking at your companion, Filialis. You look ahead, you can now faintly see lizard folk here.
I'd like to. Sorry, so that's on the path. I'd like to move 5, 10, which is really 20. Grab the lantern.
Yep. Okay. So I'll add that.
When you move 5, which will make it 30, use my bonus dash action, which will be 5, 10, 15.
Yep.
Put the lantern down as an action.
Yep.
And then move the bonus 5 foot back that the path gives.
Okay. So you brought it to there?
Yeah.
Okay. So suddenly this light appears behind you, Filialis, and this creature reacts to this light. Now, what I will say to you is that the creature will be at -2 initiative. It will be -5 as this light just sort of rears in front of it. It's not used to seeing that kind of light. All right. So what I'm going to do here is roll for these creatures, and then for this slime creature, but I'm going to adjust it by 5, right, which would be really valuable. So it's reduced it to 12. Okay. But I'm going to change that to a 12 as the light detrimentally affects it. And then reorganize that. Alright, so we are back. So now your turn has finished. Unless there's more you want to do, Squadge. I think that was it, yeah?
That's all I can do. That's a move, bonus action, and an action.
Alright, so the lizard folk that Filialis targeted will return its fire. At the blasting of the light, it will be aiming for Squadge, because Squadge was carrying the lantern around and just basically in that bright sort of light. At that point, because you moved forward, didn't you, to the end of your action, you're back there. 5, 10, 15, 20 there.
Yeah, I moved forward and then moved 5 back to try and avoid this exact situation.
Exactly, you'll be at disadvantage. It will be attacking at disadvantage, no doubt. And it's fumbled its shot.
Yes.
Okay,
well done.
Defeat. And it's actually fallen prone. So it falls prone, so it will use half of its movement, which it's in sludge, to get back up. So it will only move 5 feet towards you after all that, after it falls and then moves. All right. So the next creature roars at you with this sort of hissing reptilian roar. Now it's on drier ground. 5, 10, 15. We'll come to about here. It will not get any closer at that moment, and it will hurl its javelin this time at Filialis for a 21 to hit for 8 points of damage. So, Filialis, you get jagged by this javelin that slams into you. I'd
like to use my reaction.
Yes?
To use deflect missiles.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Cool. Go ahead. So, deflect the middle, you're a 1d10 plus your dexterity modifier. All right, go ahead.
1 plus my...
Yep.
So...
1d10 plus dex plus monk.
So that's...
6
plus 1 plus 3, so that's 10.
0.
Yeah, so you've neutralized the damage. So
which means that I can throw it back.
Yep, so you've grabbed enough of it, you hurl it back as a reaction, go right ahead, and you're within range. So go ahead. Your skill with the weapon. Make a javelin roll. Hey! What a great shot! So you throw that back. I'll just get you damage for 4 points of damage. So you hurl it back and it sticks back into this creature. And you can see like this reptilian look. You can see the amazement that it's its own weapon that's come back to strike it. Right. In fact, that movement is cool. I'm giving you an inspiration for that. That was a brilliant one. So chuck that on there.
Yeah, I reckon you should.
Yeah, that was really, really good. All right. The creature itself, this large creature. So, Filialis, unfortunately, your action is short-lived as this creature just like surges out of the pond towards you. And moves towards you. And will try to reach out to attack for a 9. So you managed to dodge away from it as it slams down onto the ground near you. So you're moving like lightning speed. Right. Now, one thing you do have to do, however, is you're going to have to, if you start your turns within 5 feet of it, you do have to make a DC 13 con save. All right? To save against poisoning. This vile stench just emanates from it. All right. Damien, you're watching all this happen. You've got your held action for your Sacred Flame. Yeah, DC 15. Now, what are you targeting? Obviously this.
Oh, the slime. Yep.
Yep. So, 5 foot of radiant damage and DC 15 dex. It's not the most dexterous creature.
That's what I was hoping for.
6. So it has failed. So it's taken that 5 points of radiant damage. Then you see like there's sort of a blistering along one of its edges where some of the mangrove stuff, you can see it dry and then explode into a bit of light flame, but then it dampens out quickly as the moisture from the rest of it puts the energy that you created out. All right, any movement, Damien, or bonus actions?
I'm just going... actually,
Yep,
as a bonus action,
yep.
can I see if... I'm just going to try and see if there are any other threats maybe coming up behind us as
Okay,
this
yeah.
is starting to go down.
Yeah, perception. Yeah, by all means. Go ahead. Okay, so I will give you advantage on this because you're looking around very aware. There's quite a lot of light now in the the intervening area, but you're not making anything out that you can see behind you. You're pretty confident that all the attacks are from the north.
All right. I'm just going to move slightly this way.
Okay, off into the mud. All right, so you do that. The last of the lizard folk. So 5, 10, 15. 15, and it's familiar with the territory, so it's got 20 feet of movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. All right, with the slime there. I'm going to roll a d6. If I get 5 or 6, the target will be Squodge. No, the target will continue to be Filialis.
Thanks, Filialis.
He will expend his javelin for 23 to hit for 5 piercing. Okay. So that strikes into you. And after all that dodge, like you're just focusing on dodging this huge thing that's trying to slam down onto you, and you don't notice this thing to the side.
Oh, actually, I do have one key point left, so I think I'll...
Are you going to do it? Deflect missiles.
Do it again.
All right, go ahead. Go for your life. Roll your dice and tell me what you got. What a great sequence of events, eh? So, what have we got?
So, am I...
I'll close.
So it's the 9, isn't it?
No, it's 5. That was only if the critical had been rolled. Yeah.
Oh, 5. All right.
Yeah.
So if it's the 5, then I do...
Yeah, you catch it again. So, like... So, like, you catch another one. Throw it straight back again. Go ahead. Make a javelin attack roll.
Oh,
no. Roll a
Slams it
fumble
into his
for me.
foot.
do you want me to fumble it?
Yeah, roll a fumble. 91 hit friend. Damage. All right. So it would have to be you have 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna say 1 roll d6, 1 to 2 is Squodge, 3 to 4 is Windra, 5 to 6 is Damien. 2, it's gone flying back towards Squodge. All right, roll a ranged attack with your javelin. Oops. I didn't get an attack come up then. So
Mine says 5.
it did
Yeah, I
hit
see it.
though. Hit friend.
Oh, join roll.
Unaware, hit friend. No, because I'm going to say it's not an automatic hit. You would have to hit him.
Okay.
Right?
Roll an attack.
10. So,
Yes.
Scott, you managed to dodge. Like, you watch him, Scott, and then suddenly this javelin comes out of nowhere. Right? So, what I'm going to say for a ruling for this this fumble from now on will be that if you have skill in the group of weapons, you make a like weapon attack using your own skill base, right?
Okay.
If you don't have proficiency in that weapon group, you make a standard attack on that weapon's requirement at disadvantage. So, you know, if you can't throw an axe, how are you going to accidentally throw an axe at someone? You know, that's sort of the way it works. Okay. So, right, the Windra, go ahead.
All right, I would like to use the vines and foliage I have just gathered
Yep.
to craft a sling.
To craft a sling. All right. So you're coming
Yeah.
up with a sling. All right.
Yeah. Would you like me to roll for that, or you just trust my nature ability?
You would have to make a roll for it, but you've had a bit of time, and I would dare say you've done this before. Go ahead.
Okay. What should it be? Nature or?
In this case, yeah, I think nature's fine.
Nice.
All right. So you come together, you make yourself a very rudimentary sling out of this stuff. Right, go ahead.
Yeah. All right. Can I still use it to as an action, like
Not
to
in the
attack?
no, not the same turn.
All right. I might just move towards Scorch
Excuse me.
like that.
Okay, so you just pull in behind with your handmade sling at the ready. One thing I will say to you, though, as you move along, you get back to the rise, I'll give you the opportunity that you can pick up to 3 projectiles. So you can pick up 3 things that would suit
Perfect.
the sling. All right.
Anything dense.
Anything dense, yeah. You pick up pieces of rock that's got, nice throwing balance, that kind of stuff. All right, Filialis. You've dodged all these attacks. You've almost killed a friend. What are you doing?
That's a good question. I reckon. Oh, I'll have to do the con save, right?
Yes, you do. Yep. Thanks for reminding me. Yep. You have failed it. 13 or better. All right. So give me a moment. Just indulge me here for a second. I've got to try my finger. There you go.
Ah, poisoned. Oh, that's so good.
Unfortunately, it doesn't move with your token. I've got to work out how to do that. But there you go.
So good, though.
All right. So you are poisoned, Filialis. So your actions are all at disadvantage unless you have a capacity to rid yourself of that poison.
Not obviously.
Okay.
So I think I'll. Right, I think I'll just hit it.
Yep. Okay.
Hit
Go ahead.
putrescent slime with a 2-handed No.
Oh, no, unfortunately you've... Oh, no, you've hit. You have just hit.
Oh, alright.
All right. So can you click on your damage for me, please? Oh, dear. All right. So it was somewhat unremarkable strike, but nonetheless, you have made contact when you thought you would not. Okay.
And I think I'll just sort of reposition myself
Yep.
without like triggering an opportunity
Yeah.
attack.
Okay.
Just to
Yep.
go around and so
Yeah.
to put the slime between me and the
Sure.
javelin.
All right. Yeah, great move. So you just skirted around it after your blow with that brief distraction. Right, Squadge.
Is Filialis small?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so 5, 10,
Yep.
occupying the same square as a small
Yep.
creature.
Yep.
I'm going to attack.
Yep.
So 5. So actually, it's 5, 10, 15. So that's 15 movement actually.
Yep.
And then we shall.
Oh, okay. So 7. What have we got there?
That's a sneak attack if
Yep.
someone's within 5 foot. Yeah.
Yep. So 7, 10, 11 points of damage with this blade. All right.
Well, I think it's more, isn't it? Oh, no. So, yeah. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah.
Yeah. So 11 points of damage with that blade. Now, I'm just going to check on its... It is immune to poisoning. So the poison roll won't have any effect.
Yeah. So that's the fire, is it?
Sorry?
So, sorry, I'm looking at the damage. So the sneak attack is 7 plus 4 is 11.
No, that's only if you get a critical. That's the way Roll20 does its criticals.
No,
Yes.
but the... Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. But what's the actual damage that the weapon does initially?
The actual damage was 3 points of piercing damage, plus 1 point of fire damage, plus 7 for your sneak attack.
So it does 10.
No, it does 11. It's
Okay.
only the poison that has no effect.
Right, got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
No, I hear... Okay. So that's my
Yep.
action.
Mm-hmm.
And then bonus action will be disengage.
Yep. So you're coming away.
Yeah, and then that was 5, 10, 15. So 15, 20, 25, 30. So I'm just coming over to here.
Now, the question is, before you finish your movement, one thing we didn't do at the start of your turn, you weren't within 5 feet at the start of your turn. So you moved. No, so you're okay. Yep, go ahead. So move out.
I have. I'm just waiting for Roll20 to
Okay.
pick up its socks, to be honest.
Okay. All right.
I can see the poison moving, but I can't see me moving.
Okay. Where did you want to go?
To here. Well, yep, to there.
How's that?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. So you are there. The next of the lizard folk will come down. He's already used his javelin. So 5, 10, 15, 20 is trying to close, but going through the mush, even with their advantages in movement in this slime, they're not getting close enough, and he doesn't have another ranged weapon. The next 5, 10, but now he's on dry land. 15, 20 will engage with you, Squatch, at that point.
Yep.
First 2 attacks, it'll come in with its club. For an 18 to hit for 5 bludgeoning. So hammered again. And the shield, the spike shield, to try and barge you with the shield, but you dodge that. Alright.
That's shield's killer, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. They're quite tough, actually. Right. Okay, so that is that. The slime, again, will try and attack Filialis, because you're there pestering it. 6 to hit, it's missed you again. It's like slamming down, bits are coming off it. There's stuff flying everywhere. Like even where you're standing, for Windra and Squadge, bits of like muddy, mouldy stuff and bracken is like hitting you from this range. You know. Okay. All right. Now, just referring back to its poisoning, I just want to double check something here. Okay, so the start of your next turn, Filialis, you can re-roll to get against the poison. Okay. Right, Damien.
Alright, switching it up. I'm going to use Toll to Dead.
Yep.
And cast it at the slime. It needs to make a
DC
DC 15 Wisdom this time.
Okay, I don't think it's going to do well in that regard. 8, it's failed that.
There we go.
So your thundering tone rings out. And
That's a D12 now because it's taken damage from me.
yeah. So 5 more points of damage. So again, you've sort of slammed into it and eroding it down. All right.
Could I use my bonus action to keep having a look? Because
Yeah,
I'm very
sure.
concerned about more things popping up.
Yeah, of course. Of course. By all means.
Ah,
Yeah, no, you can't. Anything apart from what you can already see in the vicinity.
yeah, alright.
Okay.
I'm going
Sorry?
to stay put. Yep.
Okay.
I'm just saying I'm staying put.
All right. So 5, 10, 15. So we'll gain that extra bit of movement as it comes down to here. Right. Windra.
Yeah. She's going to attack this lizard
Yep. Go ahead.
with my
Oh,
item.
wow. So you struck it. Beautiful. So you send your sling firing off. And it slams into it. And you hear as the rock strikes it in the chest. Right. Yeah, beautiful.
All right, and then she's going to fall back.
Back to
Maybe
Damien,
there?
sort of. All right, over to there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, perfect.
Fall to the side more correctly.
Fall to the side. Perfect. Right, Filialis dancing around with this thing, samming down on you.
Alright.
Now make your
I'm just
roll,
gonna...
your DC, for
Oh, yeah, the...
ridding yourself of poisoning. Oh, no. Still poisoned, unfortunately.
Alright. I'm just gonna punch it twice.
Okay, go ahead. Definitely hits. And your next? No, the next one misses. But you strike into it again. And again, you strike it with monk force, and you see part of the bracken and stuff that seems to be giving it structure, and Styx goes flying off. And every time you're doing damage to it, it's like you're lessening its form.
Alright.
Okay, so any bonus actions? Anything else like that?
The second strike was the bonus action.
Okay, no worries. Okay. Squadge. In battle, yet again, with one of these creatures.
hating these creatures.
Yeah.
Absolutely hating them. I'd like to, first of all, attack it.
Yep. Definitely hits.
Sorry. Yeah,
sorry?
that's right.
Definitely hits. So you've done
8
12
piercing.
points of damage. Yeah. 12 points of damage.
Yeah.
This gaping cut with this haunted blade. Now, DC 13, I'll double check as to their ability with poisoning. They are not resistant to it. So they need to make a DC 13 con save, which it has failed. So if you can give us a plus 3 points. Roll 1d6 for me.
Yep. Coming up. Oh, come on, roll 20. Far out. 6.
Okay, so the poison will last for 6 rounds. Ben, I'll ask you to keep track of that, right? If it's still around that long. The way the damage works for the Relt Blade is the plus 3 hit points will occur in this round, and roll d4 for me. So of the 6 rounds of poisoning, roll a d4.
Yeah.
3 of those rounds, next 3 rounds, it'll add those 3 hit points of damage. Alright? The extra damage to it.
I can see it's been hit by the Relt Blade and been
Yep.
injected with some.
Yep.
So I'm going to take the engage action.
Yep.
Because I'm not feeling great at the moment.
No. Okay.
10, 15. I'm going to try and get up here. And I'm going to use my... So that's a disengage bonus action and then a move action. And I'll use double feet of movement to do the climb as high as I can on those rocks.
Okay. So as you go climbing up there for the
Sorry,
first...
no. I can climb normally. Sorry.
Yep.
Climbing doesn't cost me any extra movement.
No, sure. So when you go up there, make a dex save for me. The DC for you is 9. Yep.
Yeah, so dex save. Okay,
Yep.
no problem. Oh,
Easy. You won't have to make any more dex saves if you try and climb up here. You sort of got the purchase of how the moisture. So that's good. All right. The next of the lizard folk. 5, 10, 15. You can see they're aware of this creature, and they actually move keep out of its radius. So 5, 10, 15. Comes to here. Cannot attack because it doesn't have a javelin with it. Alright, the next just screams in rage and charges towards Windra. 5, 10, 15. Alright. It tries to club you for a 12 to hit. Does that hit you?
It does.
Okay, so for 8 points of damage, so slams into you, and then the shield strike comes
Yow.
after you as well for 21 to hit for
Ow.
another 6 points,
I'm down.
and slams you down to the ground. All right, so I'll be able to use my other thing here, which is good. And he's already seen this one. When it's ready,
Yeah.
I'll use that in a minute. I'll show you. Right. The slime will make another attack at you. It's trying its hardest to get you, Filials. And this time, It fumbles. It cannot hit you. Alright, so it's distracted. Something's caught its eye, causing you to lose your balance. Roll dex or fall prone. Dex 13 doesn't have a very good dex roll. But it makes it. So it doesn't fall prone, but it has missed you again. Alright. Damien, you're up.
Okay, firstly,
Yep.
I'm going to cast. It's a bonus action, spare the dying on Windra, because I can do it from here.
Yep, okay.
Thank you.
And then,
Hmm.
what is looking the most rough at the moment in terms of damage?
Oh, definitely the one that's attacking Windra looks very, very injured.
Okay. I will cast Toll the Dead on that one.
Okay, go ahead.
That's a wisdom save of 15.
Okay. Which it makes.
Alright. I'm also going to back up.
Okay.
I think I can get to about here.
Okay.
I'm not running away. It's just I'm also very low, and I don't want to get knocked out.
Yeah, get taken down. As these products giving sales has no effect on undead or constructs. Right, so you are stable. So I'm not going to be able to use my death save roll.
Oh. So wait, what am I
Sorry.
up to now?
So you effectively...
Yeah.
Yep, go ahead, Damien.
Let me put it on. I
Thank you.
think
Yep.
you're still at 0. You're just
Unconscious, but
stable,
you're stable.
so you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So this lizard folk comes through 5, 10, 15, 20. 25. Gets to this point. You look down, Squadge. You see it's not showing any interest in Windra, assuming Windra is down and dead. You can see that the necklace this one wears is slightly more ornate. All right. So this is the only one that still has a javelin, which it will use against you, Squatch. But it misses you. The javelin just hits the rocks next to you. See the bone point snap on the rocks next to you. All right. Windra, you are unconscious, so we'll move through. Filialis, you can see at the corner of your eye your companion has gone down under this lizard folk.
Oh, I guess I'll do the con save.
Yep. Oh,
Not
no
make it.
luck. You are still poisoned.
Um. How much movement would it take to go through the like the water?
Do you have a swim speed? Assuming you don't.
No.
No. So what I would say to you is that you could move through that space at it would be difficult terrain to get to the other side. If you make a dex saving throw for me of 15 or better, I'll let you move through that water and get to the other side and still be able to take an action.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Which you have made, so you can move through that. There's still a chance for opportunity attack, so I'm assuming you're skirting around the edge and ending up here.
But would the poison make that disadvantage?
No, not in this case. This is just a general dex save. Yep. But you would still be at disadvantage for your action when you attack. Yep.
I don't know. It sounds like Tom wants to fumble.
I'm just making sure.
He's an honest man.
I'll
All right,
I'll-
see you there.
punch it again.
Okay, go feel off. All right, definitely hits. So for what have we got there? Oh, for 5. You rolled that. Sorry, I rolled it and you rolled it. So 5, you got the better number. So again, you strike it. And you're wearing it down now. Bits are flying off it and it's starting to look rough.
And I'll use my bonus actions to do it again.
Yep, go ahead. And definitely hits.
Is that it?
Yep. For another 4 points. So again, you've slammed into it. Alright, it is now looking rough. You're smashing out. There's a lot more of like a liquidy, gassy form rather than anything else. Okay. Alright. That would be it for you?
Yeah.
Light hands, you've got 2 lizard folk. Now, I will say to you that this one here, that is badly injured, looks intent on finishing Windra.
I'm finishing Windra.
Yeah.
So, all right. But Windra is effectively awake, yeah?
Yep.
All right. So
I
I'm
was
going to...
unconscious.
No, you're unconscious, sorry. You're stable. You're just basically... that's right.
Does it count within a ally within 5 feet, though?
No, I don't think we could count that because they can't actively act as a distraction.
Yeah, okay. No, fair enough, fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to take a 5-foot jump down from the precipice.
Yep. To there. Yep.
Require a...
No,
Any-
no, not after that roll. You've got the sense of the terrain.
Yeah, I thought so. I felt like that, to be honest. I am knowing it. And from there, that's another attack with a Relt Blade.
All right, go ahead. Definitely hits yet again. So you've got 10 points of damage on this creature. You don't need to roll anything else. The blade just enters into his side and just cuts a huge chunk of his gut. As you rip it out, some intestine comes with it. And that peculiar thing the Relt Blade does where it had that flame seems to grab things and burn and tear. It's like drags it with it as it sears off. Okay. So definitely that one is gone. But as soon as you make that attack, you draw the attention now. Very much the focus of what appears to be the leaders of this creatures.
Okay, so what I'm going to do...
Yep.
How many have we killed? We've killed a few, right?
You have killed 2. 1. My apologies.
No, plus the others.
Oh,
Plus the others before.
yeah. 4. 4.
Yeah. Actually, so if I come up the mountain, what kind of... If I was coming in this direction, or if I was coming up here,
Yeah.
how far would I be able to get?
Climbing up there, because you've got a climbing speed, you basically would get to the top until you can't basically you would have to slide over the other side.
Right. Yeah, no, I'd like to then try and, so that would be, what was that, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'd like to come to here.
Okay, so you get to that point.
Yeah.
All right. The next lizard folk over here is going to keep on moving towards Damien. 5. Has found the purchase of this rise that it seems to be familiar with. 5, 10, 15. Plus it will get the bonus and it will close with Damien. There. Alright. It strikes at you with its club. 14, does that hit you? No, 8 points, you're good. And it will slam at you with a shield for 15 to hit. Does that get you? No. Alright, you're good. You dodged it. Alright, you moved yourself away. Perfect. So you swung back, but this creature is just leaning over, trying to get hold of you. And you just stop, casually get your water skin out.
Not even worried.
Alright. The next lizard folk is dead. So that is gone. The slime trying to attack its nemesis. Right, that just keeps dismantling it from a distance. Right. 9 to hit! He dodged it again. Alright. Nothing. It's poisoned you. It's used all the skills given to it in its creation. And none of it's working. Alright, so it won't move. It won't move for the same reason you won't move. Right, now Damien, you're up. This hulking creature is above you.
Well, he's up in my face, so
Yep.
this time
Yep.
he's going to get the bone saw,
The bone saw. Good on you.
which I hope hits.
Yeah. It does, most definitely. So 7 points plus roll a crit. And what was it? Slashing,
Broken
wasn't it?
stunned for a round.
Rib broke
Yeah,
stud, so you've
Jesus.
got in there, slap. The bone saw
Hey,
has done
shit.
its job. It has done its job. Right, so for 7 points of damage, and it's completely stunned. It will be at your mercy for 1 round. Yeah.
That's it.
All right.
Can't do much else.
All right. So do that. I mean, you can move. It's stunned. If you wanted to move and run, you wouldn't have an opportunity
true.
to attack.
It's stunned until my next turn? Or his next turn?
Oh, that's an interesting
What? I
question.
don't know.
No, it just says stunned 1 round. I mean, I think at the next round it'll be stunned. You know, when it's its turn to move,
Yeah.
it won't be able to move.
I'll just move around here.
Yeah. Get behind
That's it.
Like, so it won't be able to see
Yep.
you. Right, now
I'm
Windra,
intent on taking him out.
Windra, I gather, will continue to be unconscious. Poor Windra. Right.
Yeah, I'm having a great dream. It's fabulous.
We're gonna get
rethinking your sling design. Right. Filialis, you're up. This thing, gradually dismantling this thing that keeps trying to squash you.
Alright. Gonzove.
And you made it this time, so you are no longer poisoned. Right. You're good.
Alright.
I'll get rid of that.
Keep punching it.
You'll keep punching it. Right, you go right ahead. And that definitely hits. You want to give me the damage? 2. No, not a huge amount this time.
Bonus action.
Yeah. Okay.
I gather that misses.
Alright. So, bonus action, the strike. Did that come up?
Yeah.
Am I seeing that?
Yeah, it's on there.
Yeah. It was I rolled a 6, so.
Oh, sorry. It's just come up. Sorry. My apologies. So this time, yeah, you've definitely missed it. Okay. I gather you're not moving away from it?
I'm just sort of circling it.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to get rid of that. Poisoned effect is gone, so you've moved around to that edge. Squadge, this leader here, who is unharmed.
Now, he didn't move in that, I don't reckon, Matt.
No.
Did we miss him?
No.
No. Now, I reckon, sorry, I'm going to have to do this. 20 foot, I'm going to throw a dagger.
Okay. Go ahead.
Am I? I've lost. Rethink that, given that I've lost stuff in this marsh, and then think, no, I should be able to get him from here.
Fair enough.
No, I'm going to give it a go. It's 20 foot. It's within range.
All right.
A 14 to hit.
Okay. Let me have a look. No, it doesn't. It strikes by and he lifts his shield up and it jams into the hide of the shield.
Right.
Okay.
So, 15. Alright. Hang on. I'm going to come up to here. Like I'm coasting the crest of the mountains at the moment.
All right. So you're charging up there.
Uh,
All right. All right. So he, when it is his turn, unfortunately,
and then,
it is
sorry,
his sorry.
bonus action. As a bonus action, then I'd like to take the necklace off that I've got and taunt him with it.
Go throw it up there. Oh, all right. No problem. All right. Now give me an intimidation roll with that, but at advantage. This is about maintaining his attention on you.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. A 14.
Okay. Yeah, he's definitely only focusing on you. All right. So this one is stunned, so he's doing nothing this turn. Adjacent to Damien. The putrescent slime will again try and attack its nemesis. Why did that not work? There we are. I missed again. Jesus.
Yeah.
5, 3, 0, 5. God's sake. All right. You can do nothing. Damien.
Alright,
It's an
time to
automatic.
take him out.
It's an automatic critical. He's stunned with an attack.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm going to use an inspiration just to make sure I hit this thing.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm not taking any chances.
All right. Go ahead.
There we go.
Definitely hit. So 8 points. So give us your critical roll.
Right, yes.
Powerful hit.
Oh,
So 16
jeez.
points of damage. All right. And that's enough. You've done enough damage to him to take him out with that blow.
Oh, finally. Down to
Alright.
2 now.
All
That's
right.
what I like to see.
Okay.
I am...
Yep.
Hang on, let me just do some measurements to see whether or not I'm going to move. I will coast around here. Actually, I'll get a little bit closer because I'm just going to slowly start making my way towards Windra, but I don't want to draw attention to myself.
No. And you know with that intimidation roll that the creature, this lizard folk leader, is completely focused on Squatch. Alright? So Just trying to see whether it's... Let me give it a wisdom saving throw to see what kind of pathway it will take. I'm looking for 13 or better. Yeah, it's not that stupid. So basically what it will do when it's its turn is, which is now, it will leap over this way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We'll get to this point. It will look up towards Squodge, and you, Squodge, oh, he's not there. Right. There is a, you can see it, Damien, there's like a flash on one of the shells on its more ornate collar, like a necklace that it's wearing compared to the others. One of the shells actually flashes with this brief surge of light, and an acid splash goes charging up towards it. Now, it doesn't have a DC on it because this is a slightly modified, but it will be the DC for this will be quite low. So basically the DC would only be, I'm going to make it 10.
Dex saving throw?
Yep. 10 or better. Yep. So you dodge this splash of acid that comes surging out of this necklace. But you notice as that it does that, it's like you watch it come out of this particular shell in the center, and then you watch that shell fracture. Just... and the piece just drops to the ground. And it bellows like with anger as that happens. All right. Windra can't do anything at the moment. Filialis.
Alright. I'm gonna punch it.
Okay. Definitely hits. 2 points. What, you're whittling it down. It's not that much bigger than you now. 11 hits. Yeah, 11 hits. You only need 8 or better. 5 points, and that is it. You slam into it, and you punch through, and you see that there's a small gelatinous sort of lump in dead center, and your fist goes through the detritus and hits it, and you see it like pops like a jellyfish, and you see like this liquid spray back onto the pond, and the last of the energy holding the rest of this debris together just dissipates, and it just falls to the ground. Okay.
And that.
Okay.
That'll be that.
Heading back to there. Right. Light hands, you do not have a throwing weapon, I gather. You're throwing your knife.
I'm throwing a dagger which is stuck in its shield, which I imagine it's still carrying, yeah?
Yeah, yep.
So it's still carrying the shield, yeah?
Yep.
So I'm going to move, I'm going to engage 5 foot.
Yep.
I'm going to attack with the Relt Blade.
Yep.
So moves only 5. 17 to hit.
Definitely hits. So you've got 5.
Oh, hang on. I haven't recharged it. I should be recharging. Oh, man.
Okay.
So let me roll that. This dice happened before.
Sure.
So it's a recharged. Yep.
Yep. So it's fine. So the poison's in effect.
Yep.
So
5, 4 fire.
Yep, and 5 for the poison. All right. So you can just roll your d6 for how many rounds it'll stay poisoned.
He needs a DC 13 con save.
Oh, of course. My apologies.
Yeah.
Which is passed.
Yeah, so the poison doesn't take effect.
Yep. All right. So he suddenly looks stronger again and starts slamming in.
Wait. So I've still got time. So that was what, a 5-foot movement.
Yep.
Now, if I jump off this precipice, is that a long way down, or?
Oh, down into the marsh.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're dropping about 10 feet, but it'd be controlled, and you're hitting a reasonably slow, soft surface.
So it's a normal move?
Yeah, so for him, you would be about 15, you'd be about 15 feet away from him after you drop.
Okay, so that'd be 5, so 10.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to move to here.
Okay, so you drop down 10, so that's...
Yeah, that's a bonus action disengage.
Yeah.
And move. This is my movement.
Yeah, 15. Yep. Okay, so you drop there and get Damien between you and it.
Maybe.
Right. So that lizard folk is gone. Putrescent slime is gone. So we are to Damien, but I don't think Damien's here. Oh yes, Damien is here.
Oh,
Damien,
sorry, just in time.
you're here. Up to you.
I'm going to just cast Toll the Dead on the lizard still up.
Yep.
So that's once again a wisdom save. A DC of 15.
Sure. 11. Failed.
Nice.
And that is a D12. It's another 5.
5 points of damage. So you slam into it again. And you see it like slams. It looks at you without any further action.
I will just back up a little bit.
Okay. So you and Squad are changing positions, hiding behind each other from this creature that's
No, I'm just
potentially
getting
coming back.
closer to Windra in case, never know what's going to happen. But if the lizard folk does get within melee range of me, I will be helping out.
Okay. So with that, you see this creature looks down at the burns and damage that it's taken. It sort of roars at you and then flips over the other side of the hill. And you can hear it go sliding down the other side. Okay. Windra, you can't do anything. However, it seems to have run. And things go quiet again. All right, we're back in turn movement.
I suggest that we maybe take a short rest.
You got all your lanterns set up. They're still going. Your candle. Yeah, candle's still got a little while, but won't last a short rest. So
it's a 1 hour. Candles are 1 hour.
Oh, it's okay. So you should be fine. I'll say it'll last you short rest. So you've got your lantern. The candle is still set up.
The first thing I want to do is I want to use my, the healing or magic item I've got.
Yep.
To try and get Windra back on her feet.
Yep. Go ahead.
So it's 1d4
Yep.
health.
Nice.
Hey, great. So, Windra, you're back up. Yeah, you come still clutching your 2 remaining stones you have for your sling and your sling in your hand. As you come to, and you see Fairhouse's, the tire's face looking over you, covered in putrescent stench, but not enough to make you feel sick anymore. All right. So that is that action for Filialis. Squadge. Are you taking this short rest? Is this the plan?
So that would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then bonus dash action 10, 15, to here to try and find the man.
Okay. When you get to the side, you look across and you cannot see him in this landscape. It's almost like it goes downhill, and you feel that he's probably slid most of the way down here. So while it's not on this map, there's a lot more rock and damage. You can make a perception roll if you want to.
A perception roll?
Yeah, go ahead.
You say?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. Now, what I got to say is, at the moment, you can't pick him in among those rocks.
I take off the necklace and throw it in the direction that I think he is.
Okay. All right, so you just hurl it off. Give me a performance roll. See if he picks up on it.
I'm channeling Joanna at the moment. I keep closing my
Character sheet. Yep.
Every click.
Well, that's okay.
I'm wearing a band-aid and I've got my escape button on and it's just nudging it every time.
That's okay. While you're starting it up. So, are
Oh,
you planning...
There you are.
All right. So you just call that out and again issue your threat about holding the necklaces and just toss it out, implying that it's rubbish. All right.
15 at an advantage.
Yeah,
that was.
Yeah. No, it does a good job. You don't know whether they heard anything though. You don't know. All right. So the request from Damien is for you to rest, so it can recharge some capacity. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Is everyone comfortable with that?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Look, what I'm going to say, guys, I'm sorry, my cold's catching up with me a little bit. I'm starting to feel a bit shit house. Medicine's starting to wear off. How about we just go through the exercise of whatever actions you want to take with your short rest. If you want to make any rolls, use any hit dice, go right ahead. Let's do that now.
All right.
I'll take that.
Yeah. Okay. Hey!
Nice work, Windra.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
How short are you? Oh, you're not that far away from your hit point total, though, are you?
No, it's only because my hit point total is shit, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, is that the full number that you are wanting to use?
No, I might use another. I mean, you can use a couple, can't you?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah.
So, go on.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
bit better. Are there
Why not?
any other capacities that recharge with a short rest?
I get my channel divinity back.
Right. Okay.
But I think that's it.
All right. So, what I'll say at the end, over the sounds of the waterfall, you're sure now you can hear the mumbling of your companion, Kadrak. Like a deranged mumbling. Your things have gone quiet. You spend the time sitting, rethinking, do you want to carry on? Bandaging wounds, preparing.
I'd like to think that the candle was acting like a mozzie zapper.
Yeah, but it's at the time, what I'm going to say, by the time we get to that point, almost like as a signal,
Yeah.
the candle dies and flickers out.